Royal greetings, beings of planet Earth, of the Caribbean, of Tamarica, of Kairi and Alubera, which is misnomer Trinidad and Tobago. So, Dragon gas deal is dead. Alright, it is dead, right? No longer able to continue its operations and such like that pertaining to the whole tariffs and other things. Alright, and I have realized that there are beings who are a bit worried. You know, you're a bit worried. You know, maybe you have had many thoughts going on in your mind right now. You're trying to figure out, well, hey, what is the next step? Where are we going to be here now in Trinidad and Tobago? And you know, many things. So yes, there's something to digest, right? Yes, there's something to digest and sit and reflect and realize, okay, what are we going to do now? Where would we be as a nation moving ahead? Where does the sustainability, and when I mean sustainability, where does the self-sufficiency really and truly lie within our nation, within the beings, you know, amongst our people as the republic of our nation? All right, these questions will arise, and it is good. It is good. What I have also acknowledged, and I would know, is that it is not the end of the world. All right, it's rather it is the age where one door closes for another to open. All right, and yesterday I did a video. I recorded a video pertaining to the whole, you know, scandals, hotel meeting, and you know, and also bringing forth into the whole realization that there are beings who should be present and included in these spaces when we have these kind of meetings occurring. You know, by all rights, it is within all rights as the republic of our nation, as indigenous beings, as the natives as well too, as indigenous sovereign beings, you know, where we are included in these spaces and not the other way around, where we are neglected and even like left on the side without recognition, without honor, without respect, because someone now has on a suit and a position and they think that they are now better than us. No, it's not that. It is not that retrospect. All right, it's not that retrospect. So after sharing that, and even speaking about the whole circumstance pertaining to our annual GDP, where it is 30 billion US dollars every year, 30 billion US dollars. All right. And when you calculate $30 billion, you try to you calculate it, and even, you know, let me say, put it into the scope of TT. This would even like round off to, let me say, over 200 billion TT dollars. All right, should we have an estimate of what it is? Should we convert it in that conversion process? Okay, and then when you match this figure, you compare and contrast it to what is being read out in all annual budget here locally every year by these representing beings, by the finance minister and such, where an example is 2024 budget that was just read out by the finance personnel, Mr. Mr. Imbert had read the statement, right? And it has been an estimate of 59 billion TT dollars. All right, 59 billion TT dollars. And let's say we take 59 billion TT dollars from over 200, let's say 210 billion TT dollars. What then would be the remainder of such? What then would be our remainder? We still have at least over 100 billion TT dollars that is not accounted for. That is just going missing. And then we would say to the people, you know, well, we don't have the funds through this, you know, and then we would invite and welcome business personnel to come to our lands and colonize us. You know, let them come, invest in their projects, bring their own monies, invest in the project, and when they do that, all people are not the beneficiaries. We gain nothing. They take everything. And those who are the people according to the democracy, for the people, by the people, are the people who are the recycled beneficiaries. They are the ones benefiting for over a decade now, For over a decade, they have experienced the managerial positions in the aspect of the corporate government state for more than a decade. And then today, they still want to be gullible enough to even mention that, hey, should anyone vote or participate in the political decision that is not those in the Red Army, the TT dollar will depreciate to $1 US to 15 TT dollars. Why they're doing this? It's not making any sense or anything of that scope. It's not making any sense. Alright, so we want to know what has been occurring with the rest of the billions. Because in the readout that finance minister has delivered pertaining to 59 billion, alright? 2024, 59 billion TT. When you minus that from 210 billion TT, we still have 100 and something missing. So where the rest going? Where it filtering into? And then you want to sell the illusion that, oh, we're so broken. Is it that we are really broken? Or is it just that they sell the concept of brokenness so that the mind and spirits of the people would, grow into a broken state? A broken state of consciousness is what I would say they have more so than the actual nation and the people being broke. Because should they be doing the right thing, the correct thing, none of us would have to be earning less than, at least none of us would be earning less than 50,000 TT dollars a month. Should they be doing should they actually be truthful and honest? And what is occurring right now globally with the geopolitics, as well as the whole aspect of a socio-economical diversity, is the truth where it has come to the time where civilization is hitting a great reset. The reset is returning to that which we are the beings taking responsibility of our own self-sufficiency rather than outsourcing from an outlet external to us. We, the royals of our nations, need to realize and recognize that it is all a hoax, it is all a game, and we should stop. We should stop selling ourselves short to the lies and the conditioning, to just follow aimlessly because of a color, because of a partisan agenda, without asking the questions, without even realizing the message being delivered, without even doing the research and comparing and contrasting the truth from what is fact and what is fiction. Fact is still not the full truth because it still withholds information. So it's only one truth. Alright? So we need to grow to that capacity ratio bracket. Without selling ourselves short. So what I've realized is the reoccurrence of modern day slavery being repeated over and over and over, regardless of who is placed. We have had the same system being utilized, the same system which is so-called democracy, and I have wrote a solution to solve that, alright, which is the Trinitarian order. And the Trinitarian order simply speaks in the retrospect of our sovereignty, utilizing the divine natural law as a natural government, as well as it is the protection of our indigenous beings. We, the indigenous beings, the natives of our nation, should realize what is going on truthfully and not sell ourselves short. Alright, so the Trinitarian order protects our sovereignty. It allows us, the beings, to truthfully rise and secure justice where the corporate government, state body entity doesn't take advantage of us. It is all right to do such. We are a living being, and the Constitution and all is faulted, because if you really check out the Constitution, it goes against all liberty. The Constitution is a more survival based entity, more so than liberty. So it is also to cancel all that, and I cancel it with the whole setting in motion of the Trinitarian order, which is now the world order being utilized by other leaders out there in their countries. Who knows? And I just said, I, Highest Imperial Majesty, Goddess MDA Trinity, also known as Tanika Maha'Bal,